Yo, what's good everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome to today's Pokemon Go video. Alright, so we are getting an upcoming new mechanic in Pokemon Go, and it is Pokemon Fusions. This is going to be a very strong mechanic that you will not want to miss out on. It's basically going to allow you to combine two powerful Pokemon into one super powerful Pokemon. This feature is going to be introduced this year at Pokémon GO Fest with Necrozma. It's going to be able to fuse with either Solgaleo or Lunala in order to become either Duskmane Necrozma or Dawnwing Necrozma. Both of these versions of Necrozma are going to be incredibly powerful and even might become the best of their typings. We'll get more into that later. Real quick, let's read over the blog post that Niantic posted regarding Pokemon Fusions. Trainers, behold the power of Pokemon Fusion. Thanks to the wondrous new power, Necrozma, the Prism Pokemon, can now take on awesome alternate forms in Pokemon Go. The powerful Duskmane Necrozma and Dawnwing Necrozma comes into being by fusing Necrozma with legendary Pokemon Solgaleo, the Sun Pokemon, or Lunala, the Moon Pokemon. Pokemon Fusion is the ability to combine certain Pokemon into a single, more powerful form with an alternate appearance. So far, this phenomenon has only been observed and documented with Necrozma, and it seems that the newly discovered Solar Fusion Energy and Lunar Fusion Energy are key to taking advantage of fusion. Necrozma, the Prism Pokemon, will make its Pokemon Go debut in raids during Pokemon Go Fest 2024. And also starting during Go Fest 2024, you can fuse Necrozma with Solgaleo or Lunala to get Duskmane Necrozma and Dawnwing's Necrozma. These fused Necrozma forms cannot be transferred to the Professor, they cannot be traded, or they cannot be transferred to Pokemon Home. So here is how Pokemon Fusion is going to work according to Niantic. With enough fusion energy, Necrozma can be fused with either Solgaleo to become Duskmane Necrozma or Lunala to become Dawnwing's Necrozma. Trainers can fuse Necrozma and Solgaleo using 1000 Solar Fusion Energy, 30 Necrozma Candy, and 30 Cosmog Candy. Trainers can fuse Necrozma and Lunala using 1000 Lunar Fusion Energy, 30 Necrozma Candy, and 30 Cosmog Candy. Fused Necrozmas will remain in this form until their trainer separates them. Separating will not cost any fusion energy or Pokemon Candy. Now, in terms of Solar Fusion Energy and Lunar Fusion Energy, they are very rare resources of power that can fuse Necrozma into formidable forms. Trainers can obtain early access to either Solar Fusion Energy or Lunar Fusion Energy via branching special research at the in-person Pokemon Go Fest. Now, let's talk about the attacks that Necrozma is going to gain when you fuse it. When you fuse it with Solgaleo and get Duskmane Necrozma, it's going to learn the charge attack Sun Steel Strike. This is going to be a steel type charge attack that has 135 power when in PvP, but in raid battles it's going to have 230 power. Now, if you fuse Necrozma with Lunala for Dawnwing's Necrozma, you're going to get the charge attack Moongeist Beam. It's going to be a ghost type charge attack. It's going to have 135 power in PvP and 230 power in gyms and raids. So yeah, let's talk about this. Fusion is going to be the next big thing in Pokemon Go. Much like how it was when Mega Evolutions were introduced, fusions are definitely going to be some of the most powerful Pokemon that you could have in your collection. Now, the nice thing about fusions compared to Mega Evolutions is that they are going to be permanent once you do them. It's not going to be temporary like Mega Evolutions. Once you do a fusion, you're going to have that Pokemon permanently until you decide to separate it. Now, like I've been saying, this is the combination of two Pokemon in your collection. That means your Solgaleos and your Lunalas are now going to be used to combine with Necrozma in order to get these super powerful forms. And of course, either of these fusion forms are going to be much more powerful than any of these three Pokemon individually. So that is something you definitely need to keep in mind. From the looks of it, Duskmane Necrozma and Dawnwing's Necrozma are both going to be about as powerful as both Apex Shadow Lugia and Apex Shadow Ho-Oh. They're going to be a lot more powerful than your average legendaries and mythicals, but they're going to be slightly less powerful than legendary Mega Evolutions. But regardless of that, these are going to be some of the most powerful Pokemon that you are going to have. Speaking of Duskmane Necrozma, that is going to be the #1 Steel-type Pokemon in the game. It's even going to to beat Shadow Metagross as well as Mega Metagross. The reason for that is, of course, because recently Necrozma got access to the Fast Attack Metal Claw, which, if you pair it up with Sunsteel Strike, is going to be bonkers when it comes to Steel-type raid DPS. Now, when it comes to Dawnwing Necrozma, that is going to be the second best ghost type in the game, just behind Mega Gengar. So that is still one you will want to have in your collection, especially if you do not have a lot of Giratina Origin forms, or if you just simply want a really good ghost type raid attacker that's not squishy like Mega Gengar. So yeah, super exciting stuff. This is definitely going to be a game changer. I'm really looking forward to Pokemon Go Fest in order to get these fusions. I mean, just raiding for Solgaleo and Lunala alone was really exciting, but now we're going to be able to get fusions. That's pretty insane. Now, this is not the only fusion that we are likely going to be getting in Pokemon Go. There is, of course, Black Kyurem and White Kyurem that we will eventually get. That's most definitely going to require you to get a whole bunch of Kyurems, Reshirams, and Zekrams, so those are Pokemon you should definitely stock up on whenever you see them in raids. They are definitely going to be getting a fusion sometime in the future, and you will not want to miss out on those Pokemon. So yeah, there you go. Fusions are coming to Pokemon Go. I'm super hyped for them, and I really do think this is going to be something really positive for Pokemon Go. But it is going to require a lot of raiding, so make sure you save up your raid passes, and once these Pokemon appear in raid battles, you will definitely want to raid them so you can collect that fusion energy. And then if you're lucky enough to get yourself a 100% IV Necrozma, you should definitely combine it with Solgaleo in order to get that Dusk main Necrozma. It's going to be the absolute best steel type in the game, and you do not want to miss out on that. But in any case, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts regarding fusions down below. Are you excited for this new mechanic? What impact do you think it's going to have on Pokemon Go? Definitely share those thoughts in the comments, and let's have a great discussion. And thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of the video. If you ended up enjoying this, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And also don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to all the members of my Patreon family. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support the Jinsula channel, the best way you can do so is by clicking on the links in the description below. One of them will take you to my Patreon page. And if you become a paid Patreon member, you get a permanent spot on my in-game Pokemon Go friends list. So when it comes to remote raids and the friendship system, if you want to interact with me, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon. And if you want to support my channel in a very different way, you could do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula, and I'm on the platforms that you see on screen. Make sure you go over there and give me a follow. All right, and that's going to be it for this video. I am Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later. Man, it's really hot outside and very windy as well, which is why I had to grab this mic. But yeah, have a good day, everyone.